everyone, my name is Tim Pongres and this is Focus on Detailing. You'll remember a while back in one of my other videos where I said there would have been no more modifications done to my car. Well, I accidentally may have bought something new for it. So this is probably one of the most common modifications to do to these cars, apart from, of course, fitting the M badge. This video was going to be a step-by-step tutorial about how to fit an Injen intake system to your N54 engine. But of course, because I have very little experience with doing that, it was going to become more of a watch me give it a go and learn what not to do, which I guess is still kind of beneficial. Look, another reason why I thought that a step-by-step process of fitting this product wouldn't have been that great of an idea is because I was reiterating what the instructions were telling you to do. So if you buy this product, Injen will give you this booklet with a step-by-step process with images of how to install the product. So if you follow along, you can't really go wrong. But at the start, they do say that Injen strongly recommends that this system be installed by a professional mechanic. But if you ask anyone in our age bracket that's wanting to do up their car a little bit, that being a professional mechanic is more of a state of mind. There's lots of quick videos out there of how they look in your car before and after, as well as the sound difference. I wanted to go into a little bit more detail than that if anyone out there was keen on buying something similar. I had been really keen to fit this system into my car, and I'm sure anyone out there that has purchased something similar would be feeling the exact same way. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it.
This is the kit laid out in its entirety. Looks pretty tough in the black and will blend in well, not sticking out like a sore thumb in the engine bay. Obviously, before I got too excited slapping the new Injen system in, I needed to give the engine just a quick tidy up. Even though this was a relatively simple task for some, I wanted to make sure I was doing it right, so my face was glued to the instructions. Now I know what kind of man uses instructions, but in this case it was completely necessary. You don't realise how tight those engines are shelved in there until you got to fit large hands in some spots. All that I was doing in the initial stages was pulling things apart, everything that was required to remove the stock stuff. Pretty straightforward. Only challenge, as explained, was reaching into the tight spots to undo or pull things away. This kit did involve relocating the power steering bracket and reservoir, which was then replaced by a new one supplied by Injen that tucks in away closer to the headlight. Lucky enough that no drilling was required, just an easy replacement. But I believe there is for the 135i. Once everything was removed, it was super easy to fit the new kit in. It looked the part and felt nice and secure, with multiple points to hold it down. I had been doing quite a bit of research on different systems and was really up in the air about it, as a lot of people complained about heat soak with different aftermarket kits. At least with this one, although not having a shroud, sits far enough away and still brought in a direct line of air from outside, although I don't think there will be any real difference as the engine gets really hot. That hot air is still going to be circulating all the way around. Time will tell if there's any issues with the heat, but if so, there's no stress with chucking in the stock box in again during the hotter periods. So the big common questions: cost, sound and power. In terms of costs, it was around $750 in total for everything and to get it here from America, which took just over 2 weeks. Sound difference? Yes, but I'll let you decide. It almost has a sweet spot for the best possible sound, which will be progressively speeding up with about half throttle. It won't be drowned out by the sound of the engine, and you'll get that nice whooshing sound. Now power. They say yes, there will be, but after driving, I say not really. All you're doing is giving the engine an easier way to breathe. Now in theory, it makes sense that it would increase power, and it may very well give you a minute bit more, but nothing that you can feel. You could chuck it on a dyno and test it, but unfortunately I do not have one. You may also be saving money on fuel, but not initially, and what I mean by that is, when you first get these, your fuel usage will likely go up, as you'll be far more inclined to give it a little bit more, just like me, so you can hear the air getting sucked in through those pod filters. Now Injen are very proud in how they have their tuned intakes, made specifically for your car. They're not the cheapest, but their quality and research they put in is at a very high level. You all know how I like my videos short, sharp and sweet. I apologise if you're after a full on how to install, but it's not that tricky if you'll follow along with the given instructions. That's why they're there. Hopefully I've covered most things, keeping it simple and compiled while not blabbering on. Although any more questions, just feel free to ask.
To finish up this video, I just wanted to say, I suggest that people out there do a little bit of research before buying this system. Because I don't know where you are if it's legal or not. At the end of the day, you're probably going to be getting it anyway. Another thing is, I did notice that the actual air scoop itself was sitting a little bit high, but that has since been corrected and it's sitting a bit more flush and lower with the rest of the engine. That's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out some of my other uploads, and thank you for watching this one.